When you're looking to buy land, I want to talk about the boots on the ground versus the big picture. You go out to a piece of property and you see everything at ground level. You want to make sure you're checking out, what does the habitat look like? Does the ground look as suitable as you thought it did? Is it dry? Is it wet? Are the roads, as well maintained as that it looked like with that yellow dotted line that said that there was a road there? What does the timber type look like? What does the quality of the timber in the forest ecosystem look like? You want to look at all those things, but you have to remember you're kind of looking at things from a very, tunnel vision point of view. You can only see so much while you're on this ground level. And so that's why I wanted to point out the importance of also making sure you can look at the big picture. Now, the big picture is going to be determined by your goals, okay? You need to understand what your goals are to be able to understand, like, what is that big picture you're even trying to go for. If you don't have clear goals established, it's going to be impossible to see what the big picture is. And the big picture is going to be not just looking at one particular stand, at one particular area, and what that looks like, because you could happen to be on that one section of the forest that maybe had some storm damage, maybe had some beetles, and just really isn't thriving. Maybe that's the area that is struggling a little bit because the soils just have extra well draining and it's just not holding the nutrients. It's not catching the nutrients for the timber there. And so it is important to make sure you look at the big picture around you. You can get a higher vantage point. And that's what working with a forester is going to do, because they're going to be able to see this higher vantage point as long as you express your goals. They're going to be able to look at the entire tract, even if they don't walk it completely. Looking at the aerials, they're going to be able to see some things slightly different than what you're going to be able to see. They may notice some warnings perhaps, or some red flags that you hadn't even considered. But also, they're going to be able to help you look at the big picture of possibilities. And so if you kind of look at this property of what it was before compared to what it is now, it's a huge difference. It looks vastly different now, but we got it in that ugly kind of state. We got it in more of that unmanaged state because we believed in the future potential of this property. And that's what a forester is going to be able to help you do while looking on the ground, tunnel function of what's actually happening, and helping you remember how to get a good vantage point and look at that 30,000 view. If you want to talk about land, I'd love to talk about land with you. Just shoot me a message and let's talk.